lost that fundamental, let's recover it and let's give it a new name. Let's call it the radial golf ball position. I invented that phrase when I discovered that it's going around a circle that gives you the radial ball position, not just simply moving your feet about. There's a strong reason for calling Mr. Hogan's ball position radial. If we look at the way he took his stance to the driver, the shaft was a right angle to the target line, he built his grip, and then the ball appeared to be just inside his left heel. So that's a very solid, very orthodox way of doing it. But he didn't close his stance simply by pulling his right foot back. He actually chose to walk around the circle to his left. It's a very subtle movement. The ball appears now to be in the centre of my stance, but in fact, as he walked around the radius of the circle, he found the ball position in real terms is now opposite his left toe. He could go around the circle back to square. If he continued, then the stance would open in the correct manner. The incorrect way to open the stance is putting the left foot back. The ball's outside my right foot. By going around the circle correctly, that's a good way to open and close the stance. The same is true with the 6-iron. It's just that the ball position starts off left centre. There's the shaft, there's the ball position left centre, round the circle to my left is closed, round the circle to my right is open. And the same is true with the wedge, although there won't be too many cases of hitting a wedge from a closed stance. There's the wedge, ball in the middle, walking round the circle to my left, closes the stance, and walking round the right, opens the stance. So, by going around the circle, we use the radial ball position. Now let's take that to the course and see how it works. Out on the golf course, in situations like this, the radial ball position really comes into its own. You can see here that my tee shot is blocked out. I can see the flag, but I don't have direct access. I've got to move the ball from right to left with draw spin to make that happen. One of my favourite rhymes in golf is the swing sends the ball and the blade bends the ball. So when you use the radial ball position, the send and the bend are very clearly demarked. So, I'm about 170 yards from the flag. I see it first as a straight shot. I aim the club at the target, I build my grip, and then I go round the circle. I'm now starting the ball at the bunkers. That's where the swing is going to send the ball. It's going to send the ball to the right. But using the talent in my right hand, a bit like a tennis player with top spin, I'm going to make the ball curve from right to left. So remember, I'm going to send it and then I'm going to bend it. But it's the radial ball position that sets me up for the shot. Here's square, and there's around the radius. Okay, let's hit one. The ball starts to the right and swings back. Remember, the swing sends the ball and the blade bends the ball. But using the radial ball position, you get those two factors exactly as they should be. On the other hand, you might need to move the ball from left to right with a gentle fade. You've got to work harder in general to get fade. The backspin of a lofted club makes it more difficult. So here I am, I've got a large tree in the way and I can't get the ball to go from right to left. It's too big a movement. However, there's a bit of a gap here. I can see a gap just to the left of the tree and I can thread this ball through the eye of the needle. So I'm going to send the ball to the left by using the radial ball position and then using the club face on my hand action to allow the ball to move to the right. It's nice to think of it as a bit of sort of tennis backhand backspin, cutting the shot in. So here we go. I always like to survey the shot straight first of all, aiming the whole club, shaft and blade at the target, taking my stance as normal. Now, using the radial ball position, I walk round the circle, the imaginary circle to my right. Hopefully I can send the ball to the left of the tree and make the ball cut back. Here we go. As you can see, the ball has gone low and hard to left and has landed softly on the apron of the green. Again, remember the old adage, the swing sends the ball and the blade bends the ball. Understanding the radial ball position can help us in times of trouble. Here I am in the sand. I've placed a hula hoop over the ball. As you can see, the flag. I aim at the flag with my club face and take a square stance. Now, I used to think opening the stance was a matter of pulling the left foot back. I wondered why I thinned the ball or hit too much sand. I was a very poor bunker player, because in real terms the ball is outside my right foot. So let's go from the top. How to play a bunker shot simply using the radial ball position. Imagine a straightforward pitch with a square blade and a square narrow stance. The ball's in the middle of my feet. All I have to do is walk around the radius of the hula hoop a few inches. The blade is closing to the left of target. I have to turn it in my hands. The face is pointing at the flag, but the face will be open to my swing path when I hit the golf ball. So now I've used the radial ball position, I need a little wristy swing and splash the ball out onto the green. As you can see, the ball lands softly and bites by the flag. You get a lovely splash sound if you use the radial ball position properly. If the ball's out of position, you catch it thin or heavy, and then bunkers are very frightening. But if you use this simple training aid, I know you'll become a safer player out of sand. There we have it, the radial ball position. For the last 50 years, we've talked about constant and progressive. By combining those two things and picking the best from each, we end up with the correct one, the radial ball position. When I designed Explanar, I found myself making the radial stance mat. The Explanar teaches us how to swing in plane. The radial ball position makes us relate the ball position to that plane by moving around the circle both ways. So there we have it, our fourth lost fundamental, the radial ball position.